For tonight's game, and some veterans on the lines, Ron Finn and Ron Asseltine, and Ed Butler is watching the video upstairs. Rick Tabaracci makes his 6th start of the season, and there you see a very respectable goals against average, one of the major reasons why the Winnipeg Jets are where they are in the Smythe division. And Grant Fuhrer, who we said in our opening has been under a little heat here at Maple Leaf Gardens, needs to put one of those good ones back into the books as he gets the start here after Jeff Reese played his first home game of the year the other night. We're underway as Dave Ellett, unable to get the puck, is brought in by Hartman. That shot went wide, and we're already ahead of what was on Saturday night a record-setting performance with a goal 5 seconds in. At the point, Evans couldn't get to the puck. Now it's cleared out into the center ice zone. Bradley unable to get to it, and it's rolled down into the Leaf end. Fuhrer will leave it there for Dave Ellett. Ellett plays it ahead at center. Brian Bradley coming through center across the line. Offside on the right wing is Gary Lehman.
Well, one of the Leaf players with a little more speed than most is Brian Bradley. He has 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 games. I think the coaching staff would like to see Bradley hang on to the puck a little longer going into the zone. Here are the scratches for Winnipeg. They've got some pretty key people out with injuries tonight. Essenza, obviously one. Had Ellett another one. Thomas Steen is not playing, a bad ankle, and he's missed a good chunk of this year with a bad back. And Petri Skriko is the healthy scratch. The Leafs will tell you about that shortly.
Troy Murray, captain of the Jets, fires the puck down into the Leaf zone. Here's a quick shot taken by Osborne, and it's knocked away by Fuhrer. Mark Osborne gives the puck away to Bradley. Bradley gets it out for Lehman, but he couldn't find Anderson. Troy Murray is back the other way with Olczyk. Murray going to the net. Tried to center it. It's blocked. It in the goal crease. Didn't see it. Godynyuk was checked. And now here is Godynyuk bringing it out. Alexander Godynyuk, a nice pass for Bradley, but in traffic he has difficulty. Paynter takes him down, and there's going to be a penalty here to Winnipeg. Kent Paynter will get the first penalty of the hockey game.
Troy Murray missed a good opportunity. This is the first game back after he got hurt. And
Winnipeg penalty to number 5.
Like he could have walked right to the net, but he tries that old European slide out from behind the net on the same side of the net that you're just going back, and it did not work. Here's the holding penalty. Kent Paynter just recalled from Moncton on Bradley right there, not 10 feet from referee McCreary. And Moncton, where Paynter came up, has 3 goals, 15 assists for 18 points. This is his 3rd game as a Winnipeg Jet. He came over from Washington's organization in the offseason.
Peter Zezel along with Marois and Bullard up front. Harry, this line hasn't been lacking for opportunity to score. It's been lacking from accuracy and just plain old good-fashioned luck.
42 shots Saturday night and 18 scoring chances and 1 goal. Something wrong. These guys out here now have all scored a lot of goals at one time. You can't find the range this year, it seems.
And that's one thing maybe you can't blame on coaching.
Absolutely.
Goal scoring is in the hands. A loose puck at center. Marois racing after it. Bullard chases him down. The backhand shot is taken and stopped by Fuhrer. Mike Eagle racing his steps. Now sends it deep into the Leaf end. 1:17 left to go on the power play. Dave Ellett. Long rink-wide pass for Marois didn't work. Icing his way off. Tabaracci gave the puck away. Cronin in the corner. Dug free by Marois. Zezel had to go off of the referee's skate, and out comes Troy Murray with it again. Long shot is going to be kicked up into the crowd by Grant Fuhrer. 54 seconds left to go in the penalty.
Well, on the power play, as far as the Leafs are concerned, they're 18th in the National League and slipping. The Winnipeg Jets are 2nd in penalty killing, and they have really improved that part of their game. They have allowed 9 power play goals against in the last 95 shorthanded situations. for an average well over 90%. So they're winning some games because they don't allow the team that they play any power play goals.
And that's very reflective in the amount of goals against they've given up this year, which is probably the best that they've had in quite a while. A shot blocked by Fuhrer.
Right now they're fourth in goals against, which wins you all kinds of games, as we all know. Look what Montreal's doing with that stuff.
Pass by Petit goes into the zone. It is touched by the Jets. I think that was touched by the skate of Brian Bradley, but not in the eye of Ron Asseltine. And it'll be brought all the way back into the Leaf end.
Troy Murray, this is his first game after being hurt in Calgary last week. He got hit in the shin pad with a slap shot from Al McInnes. It broke the shin pad. It cut his leg to the bone, 24 stitches. And the trainer said, and the doctor that stitched him up said, it looked just like a bullet wound. So when we say that Al McInnes has got a bullet shot, we're not fooling.
He's hurt more people, that guy.
And then the penalty killing coach is saying, look, you got to get right in front of that shot by McInnes. Guys are diving under the bench.
You don't think that little injury from Troy Murray's been floating around the league a little bit? You say you got hit by who, son? Darryl Shannon for Bullard. Work. Newman trying to get the puck out of the Winnipeg zone. Now lugs it to center. Making his moves on Petit. Trying to drive the net and take it down. Shannon with just 8 seconds left in the penalty, and Zezel crosses center. Zezel trying to go wide. Sets it up now at the point. Shannon turning. Traffic in front, and Tabaracci makes the save. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, this is Molson Canadian Leaf Hockey on the Global Television Network.
What do you think you'd find in the 92 Escort GT?
I don't know.
Pedestrian. Family car.
Ever been behind the wheel of the 92 Escort GT?
No. Oh, good. Okay, I'm not alone.
The 1992 Escort GT. The result of positive thinking.
I think I could handle that.
Now two Shannon boys playing their second game in the National League against each other. And here's the Leafs version of the Shannon family getting a long shot that Tabaracci handles fairly easily.
Darryl's mom's not in attendance. She's at home watching it on TV so she can cheer for both teams and not look foolish.
And both boys are getting together and heading up to Olausson to spend Christmas after the game. So
here's Gill. Shot went wide. Evans after the loose puck. Berube against the boards. Couldn't control it, and it's shoveled to center by Borsato. Now back in by Krushelnyski off the arm of Tabaracci. Foligno. Berube couldn't get a piece of the puck. On the wing now, it's Cole getting it ahead. Borsato bumped by Foligno, and it's Foligno who goes sprawling. Mike Foligno is hurt.
Mike Foligno's down. It looks like it's his leg to me, as he had Borsato lined up and then just got a bit of him. And we've seen this happen before, where the hitter or the guy that's getting hit gets clipped. And you can see that he's favoring his right knee. And when we see a replay of this, you're going to see that Foligno didn't get all. And here's the hit right here. Foligno's going to throw the check. But look at Borsato just gets out of the way, and it's one of those knee-to-knee collisions. And there goes Foligno with his right leg. And before he landed, he knew he was in trouble. Here it is here. You think he's going to throw the big hit, and then there's his leg right there. And you can see that on the way down, he grabs his knee. And you know, especially if you're a football fan, Joe, when those guys grab their knee as soon as they land, they could be in deep trouble. And they've got the Leaf doctors out here taking a look at it now. And they're calling for the stretcher, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Luciano Borsato was going across the middle and just did get his head up in time to see Mike Foligno arriving.
And he just got out of the way. Foligno, one of the more productive Leafs. Now, right there, knee to knee, and you can see his ankle. Might be his ankle and not his knee, but
he might have broken his leg.
Well, they're going to bring the stretcher out. We'll look at this one more time. Oh, it might be his ankle, yeah. Anyway, Mike Foligno, who's been probably the Leafs' best forward the past month, in the last 8 games, 4 goals and 2 assists, leads the team in energy, is up there among the leaders in hits, one of the better forecheckers, and certainly one of their most enthusiastic performers. And now he looks like he's going to be gone for a while. Let's hope it's not too serious. They're going to immobilize his leg and then put him on the stretcher and get him to the hospital.
And he really has been an inspiration. And this line has been easily the Leafs' best, and that has been as much a tribute to Mike Foligno's ability and his intensity and desire, but it has also been, as much as it's been a good thing for the Maple Leafs, it's been a bad thing for the hockey club because the other lines haven't been as contributing.
Well, there's Tom, of course. He doesn't want to see anybody go down, but not one of the guys who's been one of his best in the last while. Fletcher not thinking this is what he needs for Christmas either. There's George Armstrong to Cliff's right, and you can just see a little bit of Mike Kitchen, the second assistant coach for the Leafs. Mike Murphy's on the bench tonight. And this is a real downer for the Leafs, and they don't need any more downers the way they've been going. They haven't won in 7 games, and it's 4 straight losses at home here in Maple Leaf Gardens.
I don't think there's any question it's more serious than the knee, I think, Kerry. It did look like it was his ankle or his leg.
Well,
and Borzetto really did have pretty good position on the ice, and he
saw him coming, and in that last shot we showed you, you could see that just about at the time of the hit, his ankle bent the wrong way, so it may not be the knee, but you know, it could easily be both the way he was hit.
Yeah.
We're going to show you one more time here, and watch Foligno's right ankle, right there. Whoa, you're right, absolutely right. It was at least the ankle on Borsetto. I'm sure for a second thought he was the guy that wasn't going to get up.
Yep. And Mike Foligno knew right away that he was in a lot of problems. They have immobilized the leg now with a brace and are going to be lifting the Leaf winger up onto the stretcher and escorting him off of the ice and taking him to hospital for x-rays. And there is Luciano Borzetto, who was doing nothing else but trying to get out of the way.
Well, he was just recalled. He's only played 14 games for Winnipeg and 14 for Moncton. He's got 8 points in Winnipeg and 9 in Moncton. So this league is a little no different than the American League for him.
And Mike Foligno has now been put up onto the stretcher. And that's not the type of Christmas present that Mike Foligno had in mind either. But he'll be looked after here, and Dr. Leif Douglas will have Mike Foligno off of the ice and on his way to hospital here very shortly.
700th career point he chalked up on Saturday night against the Sabres. Very few players have ever been able to amass those kind of totals in an NHL career.
No score here in the first period.
Play, score, and win at A&P or Dominion with a proof of purchase from 2-liter Coca-Cola Classic. Or Beatrice Fruit on the Bottom yogurt. Win a trip for 2 to the Delta Orlando Resort, courtesy of Canadian Holidays, the civilized way to get away. Or score and win a Texas Instruments electronic organizer, Ryobi Workforce Power Tools, Mikassa's Arabella Dinnerware, a Zenith 21-inch color TV, TurboGrafx 16 video game system, or Dirt Devil vacuums from Royal Appliance. Score and win with A&P and Walters Jewelers.
Well, Mike Foligno has been escorted off of the ice and to ambulance, and Ron Asseltine is cleaning up a little bit after the ambulance crew.
Winnipeg have 11 newcomers on their team. As far as tonight's roster concerned, General Manager Mike Smith trying to make his Jets bigger, tougher, and a little quicker. And I think he has chipped away at that problem. The Jets have 9 players who've played their whole career in Winnipeg. The Leafs have 5. So,
and here's the way it's kind of looking in the score sheet these days, and you see the improvement from 27 to 39 points for the Jets. And as bad as the Leafs are going, they're still a little bit better than what they were a year ago.
but the record's getting to look a lot like last year's, and you know how dismal a season last year's was here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Cleared up into the crowd right off the face-off. Krushelnyski, Berube are now joined by Lehman, who will be seeing some extra duty on that right wing in the absence of Mike Foligno. Shot down into the Winnipeg zone. Tabaracci plays it on the boards, and Danton Cole turns now. Borsato across the line, trying to get it in front of the net. Evans went to the front of the goal, and out comes Berube with Lehman. To the line. Gill going to the net. Berube, a shot right on. And Tabaracci made the save there and holds on.
Well, Todd Gill, Joe, jumped into the rush to turn it from a 2-on-2 into a 3-on-2. And here they go. Here's the 2-on-2, Lehman and Berube. But at the right of your screen, you're going to see lead. Gill fighting to get in the rush. And the 3-on-2 took a little long to execute, and Winnipeg got back to recover. They had the advantage. They kind of lost it, but Berube did get a reasonable shot from 10 feet. But Borsato came back in a hurry to try and take away the man advantage the Leafs enjoyed for about 60 feet.
Back to the point, Ellett. Against his former mate, shoots it back of the goal. Marois pumping it on the boards, and it is tipped by Troy Murray down the ice. Fuhrer will leave it there. We've got 15.5 minutes to go in the first period. No score. Godynyuk for Loisel, and it's shot in. Hannon and McGuire after the puck. Dave Hannon to the point. Godynyuk stood up there on a good hit by Darrin Shannon of the Jets. Loisel back the other way, trying to center it across the goal mouth. He does. It comes in front. Hannon had it in his hand. It comes back to the blue line. Godynyuk will reach it before it goes out. Godynyuk into the corner. Back to the goal for Hannon. Back for Godynyuk. Loisel is at the point. Godynyuk couldn't handle it cleanly. And Darrin Shannon now will put the puck out to center. Both teams changing in the go. Troy Murray shoots it in. Housley, Murray, and Osborne up front. Back at the point, Housley was, although I guess you almost have to put him down as the rover.
He just lines up on the fence and takes off. So he's a real delight to watch when Winnipeg's got the puck. Keep your eye on 6. He's everywhere.
He's got the puck now. Zezel takes it from him. Bullard, and it's stripped by Housley. Housley loses it. Marois in tight. Scores!
After I give Housley that big puck, I hope you kept your eye on him, because he was the guy that gave Marois the puck to give the Leafs a lead here with 14:14 left in the first period. The Jets were confused for a fair little while in their own zone, but the confusion ended up in a disaster as Marois ever so lightly slides the puck past the sprawling Tabaracci.
Assist number 25, Peter Zezel.
Tabaracci came out for the poke check, so he lost the use of his stick, opened his legs, and Marois beat him.
Mrs. Margaret Fagan of Brockville is a winner on our A&P Dominion Score and Win TurboGrafx 16 video game system and a Bulova Caravel watch as the puck goes up into the crowd and out of play. Peter Zezel gets the lone assist, and Marois has scored goal number 7.
Peter Zezel, the hottest Leaf offensively lately, has scored in his last 4 games, plus the first 6 minutes of this one. 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. And I think Zezel, from an offensive standpoint, if you take away the downtime he had and some of the games he played when he wasn't healthy, has been the Leafs' best forward.
So it is 1-0 Toronto. Eagles loses the draw, and Bradley has it back. Rouse back of the net. Bob Rouse didn't like the way things were shaping up. He's going to call everybody back. Bradley does it again. Pass this time for Lehman off of his stick. Cronin bumps into Lehman. Glenn Anderson after it as it's spun around the boards by Olausson. Delayed offside in effect here as Olausson has the puck again with Anderson chasing, and they whistle it down. 1-0 Leafs, and we are approaching the midway point of the first.
right, let's go.
Takes a lot to be a future star. Takes a lot of keeping up from you. But you can't beat the feeling when you do. Can't beat it. Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the real thing.
You do okay.
1-0 in favor of the Maple Leafs. The Jets shooting it down into Toronto territory. Gill back of the Toronto net. Finds Anderson with Bradley. The shooting goes wide. Bradley trying to get it on his skates was tied up. Bradley getting his stick up there a bit before